Hey guys, what's up? This is White Boy for the win, and welcome back to Why Mega Evolved. Now, earlier this week we talked about Mega Balloon, and today we're going to be talking about Mega Milotic. But before we get started, let me just give you guys a brief explanation of what this series is about. Now, every week I will be picking two Pokemon that either need a Mega Evolution, deserve a Mega Evolution, or want a Mega Evolution for. Now, this is based off my opinion alone, and no one else's. Now, if you guys do not like my opinion, then please post your own opinions in the comment section down below about what would you keep, what would you change, and etc. And at the end of the video, I will be telling you guys which Pokemon we're going to be talking about the following day. So with that said, here is Mega Milotic. Now, honestly, I'm actually surprised that I really haven't talked about Mega Milotic yet, considering that Milotic is probably one of the most requested Pokemon next to like Flygon to receive a Mega Evolution. Now with Flygon, it's technically been confirmed somewhat that it's going to be getting a Mega Evolution in like the future, considering that someone official with like Pokemon and stuff has said a while back that we were supposed to be getting like a Mega Flygon in X and Y, and they really couldn't think of like a good, I believe, concept or design, so they decided to hold off on Mega Flygon until Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, but yet again they really couldn't think of anything else, so I guess that we're probably gonna get like a Mega Flygon probably within like the next batch of like main story games, like an X and Y sequel, or a new remake, or like a new generation of sorts. But nonetheless, we are gonna be getting like a Mega Flygon in like the future or the near future. So regardless, like I was saying, Milotic is a very requested Pokemon to be getting a Mega. Now, everyone thought that when Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire came out, we were going to be getting a Mega Milotic, considering that Wallace, I believe, is in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Oh, actually, it is. I don't know what I'm saying. But anyways, Wallace is obviously, if you've seen the anime, and I guess I don't think he is in the games, but he's a contest dude. He's like the master contest dude. He's a gym leader and in the games, and also an Elite Four member in the games. So you would think that we would be getting like a Mega Milotic at like some point in like Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, because also while Wallace being like a contest person, like the master contest person, an Elite Four member in the game, and also a gym leader in the game. And with now that in the contest you can Mega Evolve your Pokemon in the contest, Milotic will probably be like the most popular choice for that to actually happen, but that didn't happen as well. Now also, Milotic is literally like the polar opposite of Gyarados. They literally have the same base stats before Mega Evolving. So as you can tell from what I've done to Milotic stats, I actually wanted to increase them like the same that like Mega Gyarados has, because I think that it actually will fit Milotic perfect, considering, like I said, Gyarados and Milotic have the same base stats before Mega Evolving, so I think it's pretty much right to give Milotic stats like the same increases into the same stats. Well, most of the same stats, I would say, because obviously Gyarados is a physical attacker and also Milotic is a special attacker, so you get the concept of what I'm actually trying to explain. But nonetheless, I wanted to actually increase Milotic stats pretty much exactly the same as Mega Gyarados. So as you can tell from its speed, I left it alone as base 81, considering that when Gyarados Mega Evolves, its speed stays the same as base 81, considering that Gyarados does get access to Dragon Dance while Milotic doesn't, but Milotic really isn't made for being like a very, very fast Pokemon. It's pretty much made to be a bulky Pokemon, so leaving its speed alone, and also Mega Gyarados' speed is left alone, I think it's perfect. Base 81 is actually pretty fast, if I do say so myself, but nonetheless I just left it alone. Now for its physical attack, I increased it from base 60 to base 70. Now I can't remember which stat it was, but I'm pretty sure it's a special attack for Gyarados, that Gyarados' special attack is base 60, and when it Mega Evolves it's at base 70, so I wanted to give a 10-point boost into Milotic's physical attack, just because Gyarados' special attack is at base 60, and when and Mega Evolves is at base 70, so I did increase it the same with that. Now for its special attack, I increased them from base 100 to base 135. Now if I'm not mistaken as well, Gyarados' special defense is at base 100, and when it Mega Evolves it's at like base 130, but I actually want Milotic to have a little bit more of an increase into its special attack, so I made it to base 135. Now Milotic does get access to Calm Mind, so with one Calm Mind up, and if you're running like max special attack, you're pretty much set to go to pretty much eat up any hit and just deal any damage, because Milotic also gets access to recover, so you can pretty much just recover up really easy. Now for its physical defense, I increased it from base 79 to base 109. Like I said before, for its physical attack, I wanted to increase pretty much Milotic stats the exact same way as Mega Gyarados, and Mega Gyarados' physical defense is at base 79, and when it Mega Evolves is at base 109, and also Milotic is pretty much made for being like a physical defensive bulky Pokemon, as much as a lot of people like to run, considering that you pretty much run like max HP, max physical defense with I believe a bold nature, and with like toxic recover, dragon tail, scald, and so on and so forth. So with base 109 physical defense, this thing is just going to be a very tough wall to get past, unless you actually have like a super effective move that pretty much one-shots it, like maybe Leaf Blade, Giga Drain, Leaf Storm, so on and so forth. So with base 109 physical defense, this thing is just going to be a very bulky Pokemon. Now for its special defense, I increased it from base 125 to base 150. Now, when it comes to its special defense, I believe that Gyarados' actual physical attack before Mega Evolving is base 125, and when it Mega Evolves, its new physical attack is at base 155. Now, obviously, I actually took off 5 points from its special attack and added to its special, from its special defense to its special attack, considering that I would like to see this thing become more like especially offensive, because that's what I like to do with a lot of like the Megas. I like to make them offensively, whether it's physical or special, and sometimes both. And obviously Milotic is a Pokemon that can be very offensively a special Pokemon, and with getting access to like Calm Mind and Recover, this thing is just going to be eating up hits. So with base 150 special defense, this thing, like I said, is just going to be eating up hits and has the same special defense as Goodra. So if you know how well Goodra eats up hits with a max special defense, or like max HP with like a Calm Nature or something along the lines of that, you know how well Milotic is actually going to be able to eat up special hits. Not considering that it does get access to Recover, but nonetheless, with the stats I've given it, I tried, or I wouldn't say I tried, but I wanted to actually increase Mega Milotic stats to pretty much the exact same thing as Mega Gyarados' stats, but I actually added 5 points extra to its special attack rather than to its special defense. So if you know what I'm talking about, pretty much just compare regular Milotic and regular Gyarados' like base stats. They're literally the exact same, but some of them are just switched. Like it's like for instance, Milotic special defense is at base 105, and Gyarados' physical attack is at base 125, and so on and so forth for the rest of its stats. You just pretty much gotta match them up, and that's what I've done to Mega Milotic stats, and that's what I've actually increased them to, and somewhat switched the special attack and special defense by like 5 points. But that's 5 points. It really isn't gonna matter. But anyways, as a regular Milotic, its base stats at 540, and with the Mega Evolution it's going to be at 640. Now, for its ability, I actually gave it the multi-scale. Now, I honestly think that the multi-scale is a very good ability for Milotic, considering that it does get access to Recover, so you can pretty much reactivate your multi-scale, eat up any hit, set up a Calm Mind, and you're pretty much set to go to sweep. Now, a lot of people are probably not going to agree with giving Mega Milotic multi-scale, because they probably want to give it like Pixelate, just so then like when it Mega Evolves, it becomes part Fairy, and its normal type moves become Fairy type moves, and also it's going to be Stab. But I actually wanted to give it the multi-scale ability just because of like what it actually looks like to me. I mean, I was actually going to probably make this thing part Dragon, but I was like, you know what, let's just make this thing part Fairy, because I know a lot of people are probably going to start bitching about it, because Milotic is pretty much like the polar opposite of Mega Gyarados, so making this thing part Fairy does actually make sense. But like I was saying, for its ability, multi-scale is such a good ability for this thing, I believe, because it gets access to Recover, pretty much set up a Calm Mind, use Recover, use Calm Mind again, use Recover, and Calm Mind again, and you're pretty much set to go to pretty much just annihilate your opponent. So that's why I really like the multi-scale. It's just so then you know you're going to be able to live a hit regardless of like where it's coming from. and also you can reactivate the multi-scale. Now for its typing, I already kind of discussed it, but I actually added on the fairy type characteristics. Now at first I was actually going to be adding on the dragon type characteristics, considering it does get access to dragon type moves like Dragon Pulse and Dragon Tail, and if I'm not mistaken it does get outraged in like the old games, like I believe 3rd gen or 4th gen, somewhere around there. But I actually decided to put on the fairy type characteristics just because, like I was saying, that if I didn't add on the fairy type characteristics, I knew I was just going to get a lot of hate from a lot of people, considering that everyone's so, like with fairy type being new typing, a lot of people were probably going to want to have Mega Milotic become part fairy, and also Milotic doesn't get access to any fairy type moves. So the one thing Game Freak's going to have to do if Milotic becomes part fairy is that it's probably going to have to give it Moonblast, or it's going to have to give it like an event to like make this thing learn, or it's going to have to give an event to teach this thing like Moonblast, Dazzling Gleam, or something along the lines of that, kind of like how the event for like Entei, how it got Extreme Speed, something along the lines of that. And or also, instead of multi-scale, Game Freak can give the pixelate ability to Milotic, but if this thing does get access to Hyper Voice, it's game over. But with that, there is Mega Milotic. So anyways guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. Also don't forget to comment and subscribe. Now if you guys missed the previous Why Mega Evolve video, I will be in the description box down below, so you guys can go and check it out after, and you guys can go and check it out at the end of the video. But nonetheless, the next Pokemon we are going to be talking about next week is Mega Weavile. Yes, I've been wanting to talk about Mega Weavile for a long list of time. I actually been trying to talk about it like every so often, but I really couldn't think of a good concept for it, and now that I actually like thought of something, we are going to be talking about Mega Weavile on Tuesdays. So like I said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. Also don't forget to comment and subscribe. So this is White Boy for the win, and I'll catch you guys later.